Okay, hey everyone. This video is specifically to walk you through the empathy activity. Now, the empathy activity, which you can find in Canvas, it is kind of meant to be done all at once. You do the whole activity along with this video, and then you take the empathy response so you can tell me what you did, even though I can't see, and you don't have to take pictures or submit anything like that. So, that empathy activity is right here. You can go ahead and just click and follow along there, or this video will walk you through is the same as following along on your own or pulling it up on yourself. It's fine. So, oh wait, never mind. We'll just do this. The empathy activity, empathy is a word that is similar to sympathy, and you guys probably know what sympathy means. Sympathy means you feel sorry for someone. Like, I feel sympathy for someone who has lost a loved one, or, I feel sympathy with kids who still have to go to school right now in other countries, and I feel sympathy for people who don't get to spend time with their loved ones because they're not allowed to be around anybody. So, sympathy, I feel sorry for them. Empathy, on the other hand, is feeling like I know that you're hurting or I know what you're feeling right now because I've been there too, man. Empathy is not only feeling sorry for someone, but really truly getting it and understanding it and thinking, yes, I have felt this too. So, this empathy activity is meant to give you a little hint of maybe the feeling of what Jonas was feeling, maybe what Shangbo has feeling when you live in a world where things are controlled for you. This is a little taste, a hint, a garnish, of that kind of life. So, for this activity, you will need 6 note cards or squares of paper and a pencil. I do want you to have 6 separate pieces of paper. So take that one piece and rip it up into 6 pieces and then something to write with. Go get that started while I'm continue talking. Hopefully you have something. Maybe you're still scrambling. Come on! Okay. All right. So your 6 pieces of paper will need to be big enough for you to write a couple words on them. Okay. If you haven't got them, just pause the video, play when you're ready to go, because I'm ready to go. All right. First, I want you to reflect on your life and make these into me cards. So we're going to follow the steps below to fill out your 6 me cards. Now, you can skip any one of these and come back to it when you can think about it a little bit more. These are your 6 me cards. I want you to write your favorite memory. You don't have to write me a story, but maybe just that time when I, those kinds of things, your favorite memory. The next card is going to be kind of basic, might be in front of you right now. What is your most precious thing or the object that you own? Okay. If you had to go on a deserted island, what was the most important thing that you'd bring with you? If your house is on fire, what is the one thing you'd run in to save? What is the thing? An object. Not a pet, not a person, an object. Right? The next one, your most deeply held belief or an idea or a moral. For some people, that could be faith. For some people, that could be the simple understanding that, people are good. Maybe that's your understanding that friendship is the most important thing in the world. Or maybe it's, a simple belief that you can be whatever you want to be, or if you work hard, you'll get somewhere. Any of these nice beliefs, a core value or moral that you hold. The next one is the person that I care about most in the world. Your favorite person in the world. I just want one, and I don't want a pet or an animal. Give me a person, a human. Okay. Next one, a dream that I want to accomplish in my future. Think about the one thing. If you could do anything in your life, what would you want to do? Who do you want to be? What do you want to have? Where do you want to go? What do you want to accomplish? What's that one thing you really, really, really want for yourself in the future? And the last one is your best personality trait. What's the best thing about you? Okay, and I know there's got to be something better about you than something that you think is physical, like the way you look. I want a personality trait. Don't say my hair is real good. No, I want a personality trait, something that you love about yourself. Right. These are my cards, so these are some examples of what that looks like. My memory is standing at the top of the Eiffel Tower with my mom last spring break. One of the my most treasured objects is this ruby ring that I got from the Black Hills that my mom gave me. So she got it when she went there and she passed it down to me. She got it before she even knew ruby was going to be my birthstone. It's really important. I wear it all the time. You guys have probably seen it before if you've learned, if you've like looked. My most important belief is that love conquers fear, that if we can love each other, especially in times when we're all scared, we'll be okay. My favorite person in the world is my grandma. I talk about her all the time. A goal that I want for my future is I want to be married one day. Hopefully. We'll see if anyone will have me. I don't know. But my goal is that I want to be married one day. And the thing that I like most about my personality is that I truly do care for other people. So I'm really happy and proud that people call me caring. I care for others. All right. So make sure you have your 6 cards down. Up on the screen right now is those again. I need a memory, an object, a belief, a person, a dream, and a personality trait. If you don't have them already, go ahead and just pause the video here, or you can pause the video here to look at my examples. If not, let's move on. Okay, before we get into the activity, I just want to reflect on North Korea and Jonas's life in The Giver. As most of you have already written about in your essay or understood, is that these places don't really give you a lot of choice. In North Korea, you don't get to choose your job. You don't get to accomplish a dream of yours. If that dream was about having a job in a certain field, you don't get to choose that. Morals and beliefs, you can't follow your religion in public in North Korea, and there doesn't seem to be really any religion in The Giver. I didn't mention anything like that. So those morals and beliefs don't exist in their communities either. So foods and goods are provided by the government without you having to buy them. They're in The Giver. They're delivered every day, no problems. But in North Korea, sometimes they run out of things. And in The Giver, medicine is always available to everyone, no matter what they can pay for it. I want to take those ideas and kind of take it a step further. So it kind of seems like North Korea is trying to be like Jonas's community, but it's failing. All right. So we just have to remember that Jonas's community is fake. The real world is harder to perfect. Okay. Are we ready? Let's follow along. Miss Jensen is starting her own utopia. Yay, we're great. I'm tired of the dumpster fire world that I want to make a new one. Who will come with me? So I know you have some questions for me, so here's what I'll tell you. You are only allowed to bring those things that I had you write down on your me cards. Just look at them. Those are the only things you're going to take to join me in this new world that I'm starting. Miss Jensen, that's not enough, I hear you guys say. Well, yes it is. I'll prove everything for you. I'll provide everything for you. So you're not going to get sick. You're never going to be hungry. There will be no more war. Everything you could ever want will be provided for you, free of charge. All you have to do is report to work and follow my rules, just like Jonas did. And I'll give you everything you ever need, and you get to keep your cards. So, that's it. I've sold you on the idea. You pack your bag with your me cards in it, and we join the utopia Miss Jensen has created for you. But things are not always as they seem. Yes, I've promised a best place in the world without hunger, sickness, or want, but I forgot to tell you something. If you want to get in, you'll have to give up something. What do you have to give up? You ask. Something that you brought with you. Okay, let's look at your me cards again. Here's what you have to do. You have to give me one of your cards if you want to get into my perfect world. So what does that mean? You're not just handing over a piece of paper. If you hand over your memory, it's like it never happened. Just like the memories that Jonas experienced, they just fade. And it won't ever happen again. There's no chance of you recreating it. If you give me your object, it's mine. You'll never see it again, and you'll never get another one. So you'll never be able to replace that object, and you'll never be able to see it, let alone own it. If it's your idea or belief, you'll forget about it. You'll never learn it again. You'll never feel it again. If it's your person, I send them back. So you continue on to your perfect world, and they go back home. You'll never get to see them again, and they will forget you, and you will forget them. If it's your dream, no matter how hard you try, it will never happen. If it's your personality trait, you will lose that part of yourself and you'll never gain it back. Okay? Look at your cards. What are you willing to give me? If you want to come to my perfect world, you've got to give me something. What's it going to be? Or are you going to say, the heck with you, Miss Jensen? A perfect world isn't perfect if I don't have my cards. I'm going home. What are we thinking? What are you willing to give me? Once you've decided, take that card and crumple it up in a ball. Just throw it away. Just throw it across the room. It's gone. Right? But I mean, here we go. We're back off to the perfect world. Everything is great, except I just made you give up something. And here we are. And you're ready to join. But I can't believe we've made it this far. And you've been such a loyal servant for my perfect community. I'm going to make you the guard of this perfect world. I mean, you made it this far. I might as well give you a really good job. You're going to guard this world. So you're going to stand at the door and watch as your new community members come in. So you must do exactly as I have done to you. What the heck does that mean? Okay, guys, remember these? These are my cards. These are the ones that I made. Now, to get in, you must take a card from everyone else. So start by taking a card from me. Remember, these are my cards. And as my favorite card, you have to take something from me. Remember, if it's my memory, it will never happen. I'll forget it, and I'll never be able to go back. If it's this object, you take it. I never see it again. I'll never get another one. Okay? This is my belief. If you take this from me, it's like I'll never have learned that lesson. I'll never have an opportunity in my life where when I'm scared, love will make me feel better. If you take my grandma from me, I have to put my grandma back on the train back to the different world. Okay? If you take my dream from me, no matter how hard I try, if you take this card from me, no one will ever marry me. And the last one, if you take this from me, this card, I will no longer care about anybody. Are you willing to take something from me? I took something from a lot of you. What are you going to take from me? What are you willing to put me through? What are we willing to give up to get into this perfect world where everything is perfect and fine? Okay, this is the last stop. We're not going to move any of your cards. We're not going to do anything else. Since I can talk to you, but you can't talk to me, I need you to go tell me what happened. So back over here in Canvas, when you see the empathy activity link, and right next to is the empathy activity response, click on that. And you'll see the questions that I'm asking you. There are 9 questions, and they're all about what did you write down. So what was the memory you wrote down? I wrote about my trip to Paris. That's what was on my memory card, right? That's all I want. I want to know what you wrote down. My ring, love over fear, Oh, we got my grandma. The dream was getting married. Personality trait, caring for others. I'm just typing in what I wrote down. Now, question 7 is, what card did you give me? Way back here before we got there, what did you give up? Which one of those cards did you give up? Okay, you can either say, I gave up my ... or you can say, I didn't. I went back home. Not gonna happen. I wouldn't do it. Saying no was absolutely an option. You could just take everything and go back home. You wouldn't get to join the perfect world. You just have to live here in the world that you live in right now. But you get to keep everything. So either or. Personally, I probably would have gave up my ring. This ring, I didn't spend any money on it. It was a gift. And I mean, if I could still keep my family members, it's just an object. Now this one's from you. What did you take away from me? So when I showed you that last screen of the things that you could take away from me, which one of these did you think you could take away from me? So I took blank, or I didn't take anything. I decided not to do it. That's fine. We all went home. The last one, I want you to reflect on that and how that relates to Jonas's life. So what did Jonas do when he was faced with the same situation? What was Jonas willing to sacrifice to live the perfect life the community gave him? Think about what kind of memories Jonas sacrificed. What kind of things did he sacrifice? What kind of beliefs did he sacrifice? So what kind of memories, things, beliefs. What was the other thing? Oh, dreams of the future. Well, he couldn't dream in the first place. Personality traits. And people. I think you'll find that he traded most of these things. He didn't have the memories that everyone else had. He didn't have the things. He didn't see color. He didn't have dreams. He couldn't feel love from his family. But it was this one, the people, that he would not live without. He was willing to sacrifice everything the perfect community gave him for a person. I think what I'll see, and I hope you guys realize too, that out of all of our cards, what seems to matter the least to us, if we were to arrange these and what was the most important, what was the least important, I think most of us think about our beliefs and the people that we love more than we think about things. Things don't matter as much as the people and our beliefs. Okay? That is all I wanted you to do for this activity. Just walked through it with me. If you need to go back and rewind, you can. The most important thing is I want to hear from you. I want to know what answers or what cards you wrote down. I want to know if you took anything from me or did you not? Did you decide not to? And what I took from you. And then tell me about some of the things that Jonas had to sacrifice if he wanted to stay in the community. What kind of things did he have to give up to live in his community? And what kind of things finally just convinced him that it wasn't worth it? This is definitely going to set us up for the essay. Once you're done with this, you can go ahead and go back and just read. Maybe read the essay for the Greater Good essay PDF, where I explain what I want you to write about. It's 300 words, which is less than a page, and mostly you're answering question 1, question 2, question 3, 4, okay, in paragraphs. I will post another video explaining and giving you examples of this essay at a later date. But it's tired. What you guys cannot see is right up here is the time, and it's late because I'm recording this from home. So I if you guys want to talk to me about some of your answers, that's fine. Please remember, if you submit answers to me, those are private. I'm not going to be going telling everybody what your memory is or what your personality trait is. Those are private and just for me. And then I hope you learned something. I hope we took a little bit away from this. And if you didn't, if you thought this was silly or useless or didn't mean anything, then forget it and just listen to this. The most important thing in your life is your beliefs and your morals and what you think is right, and people. People are worth so much more than anything else in this world. Okay? That's why we had to cancel school. Is because keeping people healthy and keeping people safe is more important than you coming and sitting in my classroom. And I love you guys to death, and I miss you all terribly. And you can come visit me at the Coons Lake Fire Department every day for the next 2 weeks. Between noon and 1, I'm handing out free lunches with Miss Cotner there. But we know that we would sacrifice our job. We would sacrifice our dream job of teaching, to make sure people are safe. Because people are the most important things. You guys are the most important thing. If the school building was on fire, I'd definitely run back in for you guys, the people, versus like my phone or something. So if you learn nothing from this, just take away that your beliefs and your morals are way more important than things. People are more important than things. Okay? All right. See you guys later.